Florida State Seminoles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, I was able to catch up with Lane Kiffin before the game. He has been warning his players all week. They're in the top 25. They might have the most talent, but he understands this environment is insane. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football, and he understands they can disrupt play calling, communication at the line of scrimmage. He has been playing crowd noise all week in practice to make sure his players are prepared. Nice.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got a man in the middle. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella. Get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Back to throw, it's Levin. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He wants to throw it again. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these these fourth downs. He didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Off the play fake on first down. Got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Nice move to keep running. Continues to fight for yards. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Here we go. Ready. Black 14. Black 14.
Might be changing the route. To the air. It's Daniels. He wants to go deep. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Motion from the wide receiver. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And how about the big nose tackle? The guy who's right in the middle of the defense, the hardest spot to get a sack because you got the center in front of you, you got the guards right next to you, not a lot of space. Just uses the power, gets through, and gets the big sack.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Makes the grab, it's Thomas. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. LSU right back to the line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Snagged in the middle, it's Berry. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. So first down here as they go back to work. Trying play action. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And we got something different, guys, here in the second quarter. We got points, right? No points in the first quarter. Both defenses had their footing. Now, offense finally strikes. Gets something going. Gets down here on the fringe, too, inside the 30. Capitalizes on it. Gets a touchdown. And we got our first score of the football game.
Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Fires quickly.
Well, they're running the curl route against zone coverage, so the quarterback knows he's going to have to put that one on his receiver. And you saw the velocity and the arm talent this guy has. That was a missile.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They want to run this quarterback. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Hit as he throws. Pick off. What a play by this defense. And the defense dialed up the pressure, and they hit the quarterback, and that led to the pick.
No doubt about it, Reese. Pressure affects a quarterback's accuracy. He just was not able to set his feet on that throw. Ball got away from him a little bit, and, of course, that led to the interception.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Under fire. Fires downfield. He's open on the right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
That's a really nice job holding that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry. They all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can...
Turning it on. Hits him with a stiff arm. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
And the Tigers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. And they're not on the same page there.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. To the air on 2nd down. Buys a little time. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Oh, they're after him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. They could make this a 2-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little cushion to their lead. They'll go for it on 4th down. The snap sets up the throw. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Tell you what, as a defensive back, as a defensive player, you know, down here near the goal line, I got to get tight on my guys. I can't give away the easy stuff like that. Too easy near the goal line for that pitch and catch.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Dropping back, it's Daniels. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Got his man on the right. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. Right on the money. And he got it so close to that 1st down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. How about that defense? A live look at Hard Rock Stadium. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Florida State's head coach told me before the game he is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Hurricanes ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard. after the return. From the shotgun, the inside give. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
To the air, it's Daniels. Zings it complete to the right. There he goes. Quick step and go. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
When quarterbacks learn to take checkdowns, man, they become way more efficient. They become way better. They get way more possessions, and he does a really good job. It's not his primary guy, but he looks down the field. He doesn't force the football, but checks it down to his running back and still makes a big play because it was the right decision.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. The Knowles come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Bunch formation for these receivers. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver going in motion. Defense looks as if it's coming. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's 3rd down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the 4th down.
He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. That's It's a good spot on the field to go for it. Really, everything to gain and not much to lose.
Yeah, and most coaches discuss or know pregame warm-ups how far their kickers can kick it. Do I have a boot to even consider this? But I think you want to stay aggressive regardless and go try to get extra points.
They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Mensah. Here comes the heat. Got him downfield. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's 1st and goal at the 9. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Gets the back moving. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Swings it out to the flat. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Final play of the quarter coming. Offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Gonna take a shot. Snatches it on the right. Running free. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Knowles!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball and let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
They'll give it to Brown. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the big tackle.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Here's Mensah to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Hauls it in. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this guy's not easy to break.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, going to the air. Looking for a deep man. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Miami. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end. But forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge, explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Got a man, it's Lopez. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
You know, a lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? And Florida State was in the ACC. This was kind of an interconference battle every time they played. But no doubt, David, this game just holds so much more significance to both programs.
Both in the state of Florida. Florida State, Miami, the uniforms are so great. The lineage, the history of the players. So it does. It feels like this rivalry's been playing a lot longer than since 1950.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. On 4th down, looking to pass. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. The tag. Touchdown Seminoles. And they take it in for 6 more points.
That's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
And the extra point is good. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Breaks into the open. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. The Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Mensah. Finds his man. It's Brown. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And the Canes want to pick up the tempo.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Past the 30. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. Finding some room. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they use a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Throwing, Mensah. Got his man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, Hurricane!
You're a faggot.
And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to add another. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll run it from the gun. He's got the 1st down, but he'll need a lot more than that on this final play. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. And the Noles will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Ready to fire from the pistol. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the 2nd half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
Motion from the back. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Fletcher. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Canes. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
This game's so shit. That is not prime Jerome Bettis.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Makes it past the marker. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. All the way. Touchdown, Florida State. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks...
See how that was
right?
actually
Just hand the ball
skillful?
off,
We
and you can
hit
make
some
big
skill
plays
moves
like
in the
this,
open
and
field
the run
instead of
game,
just
man,
running
doesn't
into
make
a brick
offense
wall
fun.
of 8 people.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. What a way to send a message. Huge
Brother, you're
play in the
not
running
trucking
game,
through
one
4
snap,
people.
And you've got a touchdown on the board. Here he comes from
I did.
inside
I said the
his own
game
5.
shit. I didn't say you were
He's
shit,
out of
sir.
bounds at the 27-yard line, so a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Here's Mensah to throw. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Back to pass on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll run play action. Throws it deep. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Mensah. Bringing the heat. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. To the air, it's Daniels. Quickly out to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, making it an easy completion.
And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
They'll throw on third and short. Looking long. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that third and short.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Quarterback making checks. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Throws to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Dropping back, it's Daniels. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say it's out of bounds, an incomplete pass.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Just keeps slinging it. Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
We've seen this running back make a lot of big plays catching the football. They've got a lot of different ways to use them. That time, you're just throwing them more of a traditional running.
Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Florida State. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Great example of complementary football there. First, the defense comes away with the takeaway, and then offensively, you go to the ground game, being physical at the point of attack, running it in for a touchdown, and now you have the lead with not a lot of time left. They've now put all the pressure back on their opponent.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Looking for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. They're up 35-24. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Looking downfield on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way to...
Breaks free, and he might be gone. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Throwing, Mensah. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed in the middle, it's Mueller. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And you're seeing more of this in college football, man. Bringing on more and more tight ends, guys that are versatile pieces. And you see it right there, right? You can still throw the football, and now you got to match up with those guys, and they're...
Makes the catch at the 15. Touchdown, Miami. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? And you can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. So the defense can't stop the clock 3 times here, so they can't just kneel on it. Need to pick up a first down and protect this lead. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Turning it on. Touchdown, Florida State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Guys, so far this hasn't been wide right or wide left. The Seminoles have been on point as they build this lead.
And the Seminole dynasties were always built on elite playmaking offense, teams that could score points. This is a rivalry game with Miami, Palmer, but they're putting up points when it matters.
Yeah, they're not going to let this one come down to the kicker for another wide right. They're just going to handle the business here on the field, offensively and defensively. They have smothered Miami all game long.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. Makes the catch. Plenty of room. Feet down in the end zone. Getting set for the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession. Guys,
here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Sends it downfield. Makes a deep grab. There he goes. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Florida State.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down.
Snags it, and he's open. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jeff.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
And that is the exact opposite of what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Grabs it. And he will score. Touchdown, Canes. The AT unit on the field. Right down the middle. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Looking to pass. It's Daniels. Rushes on him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. So Miami signals for a timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. Across the 35. He'll slide, and it's a good pickup on that one. The Seminoles in the hurry-up.
And that is a massive play by the quarterback and great understanding of the situation, knowing if I can find a way to get a first down, this game is over.
A shot toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown, Noles. He scores for the 5th time in this game. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Offense working from the pistol. Here's Mensah to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats.
Are you leaving Robinson one-on-one?
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And that is how we will wrap this one up. It rarely disappoints when the Seminoles and Hurricanes get together, and it is Florida State celebrating the flaming spear of victory by taking down the U. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.